Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are building the Slow King, Welt. Not the Pokemon. Today we are building Welt. Unfortunately, I already had him built on my own account. So today we're using someone else's. Ash has kindly lent me their Welt to build today. So that's what we're going to be doing. They have kindly pre-grinded all of the mats we needed. And boys, we're going to take him as far as we can to hopefully make the best Welt possible, because Welt is a unit that everybody needs to build. And I want to talk a little bit about why that is. But first, do make sure to subscribe. Only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed to the channel, and really doesn't take that much time at all. All you gotta do, go and click a button. But regardless, Welt, first thing I want to do is explain a little bit about your kit, because I feel like not a lot of people know what you do. And in actuality, we can test that for free. If you go to the Stellar Warp banner, you can actually do character trials for every single character, and Welt is one of those. So let's go do it. Welt is all about action delay, slowing enemies, dealing extra damage. He's actually a pretty decent damage dealer, and to some degree, he is a sustainer. Well, at least he is on my Agility only account. But regardless, let's talk about what he does. So first thing we can do is slow the enemy, which literally puts them into slow motion, which I think is really cool. Look at him go. Regardless, let's go in. So what that's actually going to do for us is immediately when we enter the battle, all the enemies are going to have a high chance to become imprisoned, like they are there. And now every single enemy is in the imprisoned state, which is kind of Welt's whole thing, because it action delays them and puts them further down and down in the turn order. And that's kind of what you're going to want to do with Welt, is delay every enemy's actions. And he can do that through a bunch of things. His bounce ability, which is his skill. If you're able to break the enemy, he can do with that. And then, of course, he has his ultimate as well. All of those have the ability to slow the enemy down. First off, his basic attack is very basic. Okay, this one doesn't slow the enemy. That actually does about nothing for us. However, next thing up is his skill, which does have the ability to slow the enemy. It's going to deal imaginary damage. It's going to bounce 2 times, and it's going to have a 72% base chance to reduce the enemy's speed by 10% for 2 turns, which slows them down a little bit. Let's see if we hit it. One effect res. I think the other one got it, but he died. Or no, that one didn't effect res it. We did get the 10% slow speed. That's a big debuff. And this base chance is, of course, affected by your effect hit rate. So the more effect hit rate you have, the more base chance you have to get up this little 10% speed debuff. Next thing to note, his ultimate, which has an 100% base chance to slow the enemy for a single turn. In fact, it's actually going to put them into the imprisoned state. We're going to see that even if we don't break here, we should definitely be able to put him into the imprisonment state, which again slows him down, which is amazing for us. Imprisoned enemies have their action delayed by 38% and an additional speed reduction of 10%. Not only that, but thanks to 2 of his bonus abilities, one being Retribution, which increases the damage the enemy receives by 12% for 2 turns. The second one is Judgment, which additionally regenerates you energy when using your ultimate. You can already see the vulnerability state from one of those bonus effects already on this enemy, which increases the damage it takes by 12%. Now with Welt, you kind of want to time his imprisonments, because now I'm going to break him and I won't be able to get a second imprisonment with the break. So that was kind of a bad ultimate there, because I would have been able to get double imprisonment. So you want to really time and make sure you can get breaks off with imprisonment. Unless, of course, you're using him in, like, I don't know, a team with, like, Break Firefly. Then you probably don't want to break with him. But breaking with him is very beneficial for the imprisonment status. It's also important to note, thanks to his talent, he actually becomes a bit of a DPS as well. If we get to his turn here, you're going to see that if we use his bounce ability, he's going to deal a crap ton of damage. This is because when you hit slowed enemies with Welt, he deals additional imaginary damage. So you'll see here, we deal about 25k, which is a really good amount of damage for a Welt. And I think that about covers everything in his kit. Let me know what you think about him down below. I'm a big fan of him. But regardless, it's time to level him up. All right, let's start on our ascension journey. We're going to start with level 60. We can ascend again, and we can do one more level up, and we have exactly enough, just barely enough EXP books. We have completely and utterly drained this count of EXP books. They have 12 left. Oh no. But regardless, we can ascend him one more time, which is great. And we cannot take him to 80. So he's going to be level 70 Welt. However, we are going to get a 1 Star Rail pass, which you guys know my luck. We're going to go use that to get our guaranteed Welt. Watch this. Welt in 1 pull. Okay, never mind. Unlucky. Regardless, I think it's time we continue. Next thing we got to do is we got to start working on Lightcone, traces, relics, all that good stuff. Eidolons. Oh, we have Eidolon 1. Still don't know what this does, to be honest. I cannot be bothered to read it, but I'm sure it's good. Would love an Eidolon 2 because this one is a lot less text and it regenerates 3 energy. Unfortunately, I'm not the Ion of Luck today, but regardless, let's start with traces because this seems like the easiest thing to do right now. So we're going to level up all of his traces to their maximum level, or at least as far as I think we can take them. And hopefully he's better off because of it. Unless we run out of trace materials immediately. Okay, we might need to grind. Oh, okay, I'm down for grinding. Oh crap, we only have 30 trailblaze power. Uh-oh. Save us, shop. Okay, we got 4 obsidians of dread. That's not enough. I didn't even think about this, but we got to level up the light cone too. Oh no. Oh no. So much to level up, so little time. Well, we can at least use the 30 trailblaze power we have. We'll at least use it. Unfortunately, Welt, you're kind of useless right now, so we're going to replace you with a better Welt that I found from the support menu. And this Welt's going to carry us to victory because Welt is the king. Ow. Watch this. Slow him, Welt. You slowed 1. Good job. I actually am kind of a big fan of this full imaginary team. I might need to try this. Well, go. Oh, damn. Okay. Then we got Dr. Ratio with the follow-ups. I'm kind of a big fan of this team. Let's go. Battle 2 of 3. And Robin fits perfectly with the support. Learn new teams every day. Okay, let's go for this guy. Get the 40%. Get the follow-up. I did not get the follow-up. I suck. But Welt gets the kill. The GOAT. 1 more to go. Save us, Robin. Welt. Oh, huge slow. Now he can't get up his annoying shield. I hate the shield robot. Well, swallow up everything up with the void. And to be honest, we win. I don't know why I said to be honest there, but we won, to be honest. Oh, good job, Welt. You may be the most powerful character in the story, but in that calcs, you definitely were not. Regardless... Wait, actually, we need to touch on that for a minute. Welt should be the strongest character in the game. He can create black holes. Why isn't he stronger? Like, he should be better than Boothill, better than Acheron, better than Firefly. According to lore, he should be the best character in the game, but he's not, and that makes me upset. Regardless, what can we do with his traces, relics, light cone? Okay, you know what? We might have to come back to traces. I want to do the light cone first, just to make sure I don't miss anything. So, let's touch a little bit on his light cone. So Welt has a lot of good light cone options, and I want to talk about a few of them. So he, of course, has his signature, In the Name of the World, which is a pretty good light cone. It does more damage against debuffed enemies and increases effect hit rate, attack, all very good stats for Welt. Anything that increases effect hit rate is going to be good for him, like we discussed before. That's why things like Incessant Rain is really good. Eyes of the Prey is pretty good. Those Many Springs is pretty good as well. Anything that increases effect hit rate is generally a pretty good light cone. Good Night Sleep Well is, I think, generally the best free-to-play light cone. This one is just really good for all Nihility characters, especially if you're able to get more superpositions. It's really nice. However, regardless of all that today, the one we're going to be using on Welt is going to be Boundless Choreo, which increases his crit rate and crit damage when the enemy is slowed or has a defense reduction, which is actually a really good light cone. This one's really solid because Welt is one of the only Nihility characters that actually benefits from crit. So this is actually a really solid option. And luckily for us, this person already has it at super imposition 2. So we're just going to level this thing as far as we can. Ascend 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and boys, we got exactly enough. They planned perfectly, and we're gonna get a level 80 light cone. Let's go. And now what we can do is finish off our traces because we no longer need the mats for a light cone, so we can finish off our traces and be good to go. We're gonna get the 6 on one of these. Probably the ultimate is better. So let's do the ultimate. We can get another imaginary damage boost here. And then we can finish off on 7 and get the ultimate to 7. And then we're able to get exactly one of these to level 8. So we're going to do the skill I'm honestly a bigger fan of. So let's do skill level 8. And that's going to be our finished Welt traces. Not the best in the world, but also not the worst. They should make for a perfectly fine Welt that hopefully can help us beat a little bit of content. Now, for his relics. Let's talk about them. So if we go to the data bank, we can look at a couple options. There are a lot of good ones for him, including Wastelander of Banditry, which is debatably his best in slot. It is currently competing with Pioneer, Diver of the Dead Waters, which is really good if you're able to get more than 3 debuffs on the enemy. This is a really solid set. You can also mix around 2 pieces, like using a 2-piece Pioneer and a 2-piece Wastelander is a really good option, or a 2-piece Pioneer and something like a 2-piece Musketeer can also be a good option. Lots of good 2-piece options. Something like the Wind-Soaring Valorist, the 2-piece is also perfectly fine as well. As for planar ornaments, the best in slot is definitely going to be Pan Cosmic Enterprise. For all the effect hit rate you get, it's going to be massive for Welt. Space Sealing Station for the attack is really good. Firmon Frontline Glamoth, add more attack, more damage increase. Izumu Gensei is good if you can match typings and use other Nihility characters. I think this one's pretty decent. All around, there's a ton of good orb and rope options, but generally, I would suggest the Pan Cosmic set. As for the stats we're going to be looking for today, on the body, we are going to want either crit rate or effect hit rate, depending on what our stats are. Then we're going to want speed on the boots, imaginary damage on the orb, and attack percent on the rope, or energy regeneration. Those are going to be our options. Substats, we're looking for speed until we would hit 134. We want a bit of effect hit rate until probably around like 70-80% probably for Welt. And then crit rate and crit damage, I think, are going to be generally our best options. So that's what we're looking for today. Luckily, this person was kind enough to set up a relic set for us. So we do have it planned out for us, which is awesome because it makes my life a lot easier. And you can actually see the highlighted yellow stats, which I've suggested for you guys to build on him. As you can see, this piece has 3 highlighted yellow stats, being attack, speed, crit damage. On this one, we have some crit damage, a little bit of effect hit rate, maybe not a ton, but it should be fine. This one, we got crit rate, crit damage, perfect. On the boots, we got attack percent and crit rate, another good piece. We got the Pan Cosmic attack percent orb, which also works for him. That's going to give us some crit rate and effect hit rate as well. And then on the rope, we're going to have attack percent with some crit rate. Works perfectly for me. The only thing I want to do is finish leveling up this hat because it is plus 12. And do we have the ability to take it any farther? No. Unfortunately, we don't. That sucks. So it is going to have to stay at plus 12, but that's fine. It's just going to be a little less HP. I'm not too worried about it. Generally, though, that's going to be our finished set. We're going to go for a 2-piece, which is fine. And then our best planar ornament and rope. So our finished stats are going to be 1 off 134 speed, which makes me want to cry, but I don't know if there's much I can do about it. Bro, I just need 1 more speed. Okay, I'm going to take this piece off of their Kafka, which has 4 speed. We really need the speed. 134 is important. So we're going to swap that around. We're going to get 138 speed, 70 to 66, which is an abysmal ratio. But luckily, this Lightcone should help out, increasing our crit damage by an additional 30% when we're facing slowed enemies. So this is more like 70 to 100, which is a little bit better. We have 17% effect hit rate, which again is not great. I like a lot more effect hit rate on the build. But again, I don't know if there's much I can do about it at this point. So we're just going to have to live with a low effect hit rate. Generally, you are going to want somewhere to the upwards of like 60, 70%. 17 is super low, but it should be fine. We're going to make it work. Because, boys, we make everything work. That's why we're taking Welt to MOC and proving how good he is. Even if we have a copium build. Let's go all in, boys. Here we go. Forgotten Hall. We have up to stage 9 to do. And why don't we do stage 9? I'm down. We can do a team of a couple characters. Welt can pair with really anybody. Welt's a pretty universal unit. I'm honestly down to do the team we did before, which was Dr. Ratio, Robin, Welt, Adventurine. I felt like that was a very fun team, and I'm honestly up to try it again. So I'm thinking we run this team and see how we do. It's time for Welt to show off what he's capable of. I think also with this team, we should get 3 debuffs too, because Dr. Ratio gives a debuff. Robin surely gives one. I don't know that. Let's go in. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Throw this up. Now, I think these units are generally a little bit weaker just because this is an early game account. So I'm not sure what to really expect here, but we're going to find out. We're going to use Robin Burst, get a turn, and we're going to slow everything with Welt. The slows are so huge. Everything slowed. And look at all that damage we did too. Good stuff. Those guys are going to deal a little bit, but Adventurine's on our team, so I'm not too worried about it. And now we just got to break down the guy in the middle. This is going really well, actually. Pop him. Huge. Look at that. What a unique team. He's going to get rid of his healing, and then we just go all in. Finish off with Ratio. Nice. One more side to go. And we passed 1 turn, but I ain't worried about it. Let's place down the L on their heads. What a disrespectful move. We lost our skill. Ooh, yeah, this isn't a very skill point friendly team. I did not think of that. Ouch. Oh, okay. Get the follow-up. Nice. Robin deals some additional damage for us. Get another follow-up. I missed it. Ah, shoot. It's fine. Well, get the slow. Nice. We're going to pass another turn. We're on turn 27. Our goal generally would be here to not go past turn 26. I think would be the goal for a good second half of MOC 9. And for an early game account like this, I think we're doing pretty decent so far. Let's do Robin again. And then we're going to send all our units to go past these goofballs in the turn order. Look how beautiful that is. Everybody goes past. We're going to get the slow with Welt again. And nobody's going to move ever again. Nobody moves. Stand still for the rest of eternity. Can we finish this guy off? That would be huge. Oh, so close. Yes, we got him. Nice. One more guy to go. We're down to turn 26. Welt does 30k. Dang. I guess that's with Robin Burst. I think we got one more hit, though, and then we win. One more ratio hit, and we win. Right? Come on. Oh, we just barely didn't get it. No. Wait. Yes, we do. No. Oh, wait, the freaking follow-up thing did it. Yes. Oh, that was such a mix of emotions. Oh, but regardless, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Let me know what you guys think about Welt down in the description below. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's super fun. But regardless, that is going to be the end of our video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to leave us like or subscribe to the channel. But regardless, boys, that's going to be it for me. And I'm going to see you all in the next one. Peace.